All right, good morning, everybody. Graz here, Graz World of Sports Gaming, and we're gonna try something a little different today. I'm doing the men's history of golf, and I am through 1899 in that project. And I figured what I would do is occasionally I'm gonna I'm gonna open it up. Sorry, I'm gonna do the history of women's golf as well. Now that the LPGA started in 1950. That's when the tournaments actually started. There were other events before then, but I wasn't going to get as in-depth into that history as I did in the PGA history because the amount of golfers that I have for the LPGA, for the women golfers, basically it would be Babe Zacharias playing by herself for like 20 years. So you're not going to get like the original US Opens and stuff. So basically I'm going to start with the 1950 LPGA, and there were 15 events with 3 majors: the Title Holders Championship, the Western Open, and the US Open. I did what I could with the fields in the tournaments, like the golf courses and stuff. I did what I could. A lot of these are Weather Vane. That was the name of the tour. I didn't do the actual purses. Yeah, this is you're gonna have a quick aside here. If you're waiting for me, you could just come on out. Okay. I just started. This is gonna. You can make noise, okay? All right. Sorry, everybody. The Dot was waiting for me. She was being very polite, but I just started this, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, so I didn't want her to stand there for 20 to 30 minutes. I don't know if that's how long this is gonna take. I don't know. I'm just gonna run this first season. The fields aren't that big, and they really just slam right by. So, here we go with the Tampa Open. I have a field of 7. The field is Alice Bauer and Peggy Kirk, who I created. And then we've got Marlene Haggy, who is actually Marlene Bauer. The Bauer sisters were 2 of the early stars of the LPGA. Betty Jamieson, Marilyn Smith, who lived to be in her 90s and was one of the ambassadors for the LPGA. Louise Suggs, and then Babe Zacharias. And yes, if you're curious, this is the Babe Zacharias, who also was a track and field star and a tennis star, Babe Didrikson. So that's her. She is all world. So, all right. This is the Tampa Open. We're playing it at Deerwood. And let's go. See how fast the round goes? Okay, in 7th place at 2 over par, we have Babe Zacharias. Who will have the first eagle? Who will have the first hole-in-one of the LPGA history? Let's wait and see. In 6th place is Marlene Hagg with a 1 over 73. Tied for 4th at even par 72s are Betty Jamieson and Marilyn Smith. Okay. In 3rd place at 1 under 71 is Alice Bauer. In 2nd place with a 2 under 70 is Peggy Kirk. And in 1st place with a 6 under 66, Louise Suggs. All right. That was round 1. Round 2. All right, now in 7th place is Alice Bauer, who has a 4 over 76, and she's 3 over total. A lot of yellow. In 5th place, tied at 2 over, we have Marilyn Smith, who had a 2 over 74, and Babe Zacharias, who shot an even par 72. In 3rd place, at even par and 11 shots behind the leader, we have Marlene Hagg, who had a 1 under 71. Okay. And Betty Jamieson, who shot an even par 72. Wow. Nice comeback in the back nine here after 4 over on the front nine. In second place with a 1 under 71 and 3 under total, Peggy Kirk. And in first place with a 5 under 67, raising her total or lowering it, I guess, to 11 under, Louise Suggs. Still looking for that first eagle or hole in one. Okay, round 3. Louise Suggs is just running away with this. 15-shot lead. Yeesh. All right. In 7th place with a 4 over 76 and 4 over total is Betty Jamieson, who basically eliminates this nice run here with a lot of uck. Okay, in 6th place with a 3 over total and 1 over for the round, Marilyn Smith. In 5th place with an even par after a 3 under 69, Alice Bauer. Nice comeback after that. So, Babe Zacharias slowly working her way, not into contention because this is over, but with a 1 under total and 3 under for the round is Babe Zacharias. I don't know if I said that. And she has the first eagle of the LPGA on the par 5 13th. So Babe Zacharias, well, we'll see. At least the first one we've seen. We'll see if somebody did it earlier. That was the par 5 13th. In 3rd place at 2 under with a 1 over 73 is Peggy Kirk. In 2nd place with 3 under total and 3 under for the round, Marlene Hagg. Haggy, I guess. And in 1st place with another monster round, 7 under 65, 18 under total, 15-shot lead is Louise Suggs, who actually does get the very first eagle on the par 5, 566-yard hole 1. So she beats Babe Zacharias to it by 12 holes. Okay, going to round 4. It's kind of a foregone conclusion. Basically a battle for second. Jeez. Babe Zacharias just okay. All right, well, let's just run through it real quick. I might not do the whole season because I mean it could be a long video. Maybe I'll just do, let's see, there's 15. Maybe I'll do 5. Yeah. Okay, well, Betty Jamieson finishes in last with a 7 over total and 3 over for the round. Marilyn Smith and Alice Bauer finish at 5 over. Marilyn Smith had a 2 over 74. Boy, if she could calm down on those yellows, she might make a difference up there. And Alice Bauer with a 5 over 77. Okay. Peggy Kirk finishes in 4th with a 2 over total and 4 over 76 for the round. 3rd place at 1 under total and 2 over for the round is Marlene Haggy. We're just going to say it Haggy. I don't like saying Hag. For such a pretty lady, we don't want to say Haggy or Hag. Wow, 2 bogeys, all pars. Crazy. In 2nd place with a huge comeback at 6 under total and 5 under for the round is Babe Zacharias. I don't think that she would have challenged Suggs, but hey, she eagled hole 1. So she pulls off 2 eagles on the weekend. And in 1st place with a 16-shot win at 4 under for the round and 22 under for the whole tournament, Louise Suggs shoots a 4 under 68 for the final round. So Louise Suggs wins the Tampa Open at Deerwood. Excuse me. All right, so now we can move into the first major, the Title Holders Championship. We have a field of 9 at Green Island. We have Patty Berg, Alice Bauer, Marlene Haggy, Betty Jamieson, Peggy Kirk, Betsy Rawls, Marilyn Smith, Louise Suggs, and Babe Zacharias. Round 1. All right, so in ninth place, we have Alice Bauer with a 4 over 74. We're just going to rapid fire some of these. Marlene Haggy with a 2 over 72. Marilyn Smith, Betsy Rawls, and Betty Jamieson with 1 over 71s. We'll look at them real quick. I'm just going to glance. If you want to see them better, pause it. I'm just looking for Eagles right now. In fourth place with a 1 under 69, we have Peggy Kirk. Third place at 2 under 68, Louise Suggs. Babe Zacharias with a 5 under 65. No, she eagles hole 18, so she's got 3 now total. And in first place with a 6 under 64 is Patty Berg. Clean golf, 6 birdies and 12 pars. Beautiful round. Okay, round 2. All right. Round 2, Marilyn Smith, 8 over 78, 9 over total. Alice Bauer, another 4 over 74. Different results, or different paths, but same result. In seventh, at +2 for the round and 3 over total, is Betty Jamieson. Sixth place with a 1 over total and even par this round, Betsy Rawls, who, wow. All right. Marlene Haggy with a 2 under 68. All right. In fourth place with an even par 70 and 1 under total is Peggy Kirk. Third place, 4 under, trying to repeat, Louise Suggs. In second place, with an even par, Babe Zacharias. And then in first place with a 2-shot lead, Patty Berg. All right, round 3. Okay. Wow. Round 3, Green Island played pretty tough. Only one golfer made it to even par. Marilyn Smith with a 3 over. No eagles, no hole in one. Alice Bauer with a 3 over. 1 birdie. Betty Jamieson with 4 over for the round. Wow, look at all that. In sixth place with a 3 over is Marlene Haggy. Okay. In fourth place with tied at 1 over, we have Peggy Kirk with a 2 over for the round. And then Betsy Rawls, who had the round of the day with an even par 70. Wow. And then in third place at 2 under with a 3 over for the round, Babe Zacharias. In second place at 3 under, trying to repeat at 1 over for the round, Louise Suggs. And then in the lead with a 3-shot, with a 3-shot lead, Patty Berg, who is playing very good. 3-shot lead going into the final round. Can Louise Suggs come back and win? Can she be the only champion we've had? We'll see. Round 4. I don't think so. Wow. Patty Berg runs away with it. All right. Finishing in 9th place with 17 over par and a 5 over 75 is Marilyn Smith. In 8th place with a 1 over for the round and 12 over total, Alice Bauer, who has a great front 9. There. In 7th at 9 over total and 2 over for the round, Betty Jamieson. Okay. In 6th place at 4 over total and a 1 over for the round, Marlene Haggy. Wow, no bogeys until the 15th hole. Good job. Tied for 4th, well, Louise Suggs with a 4 over 74 and 1 over for the 1 over for the tournament. And Betsy Rawls 1 over and another look at this. +1 in the first round and then even par for 3 straight rounds. That's incredible. Wow, I'm impressed by that. In third place with 1 under total and a 1 over for the round is Babe Zacharias. In second place with a 6 under 64 for the round and a 5 under total is Peggy Kirk. No eagles in there, but man, what a round. 64. And then our winner with an 8 under 62 and a 14 under total is Patty Berg. Any eagles in there? No, but she didn't need any. 8 under 62. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going here. Pebble Beach, weather vane. Obviously at Pebble Beach. We're not going to do the group. We'll just tee off. Oh, Pebble Beach is going to play tough. Oh yeah, and sometimes I have to get creative with the golf courses. So these women will play at Augusta. So be ready for that. All right, after round 1, Betty Jamieson and Alice Bauer are tied for 5th at 6 over 78. Betty Jamieson with 1 birdie, Alice Bauer with 4. Boy, a lot of color on that round. In 3rd place with 1 over 73s are Louise Suggs and Babe Zacharias. Okay. In 2nd place with a 2 under 70 is Patty Berg, looking to be a repeat winner. And in 1st place at 3 under 69 is Beverly Hansen. All right, round 2. Pebble Beach weather vane. Wow. Pebble Beach played rough round 2. Betty Jamieson is in 6th place with a 14 over total and 8 over for the round. Beverly Hansen with a 16 over 88. Just awful. Alice Bauer with a 4 over 76. I mean, 4 over was actually looking pretty good when the best round is 2 over. In 3rd place with an 8 over 80, Louise Suggs. 2nd place with a 2 over 74, which is the round of the day, Babe Zacharias. And in 1st place with a 1 over overall and a 3 over for the round, Patty Berg, looking to win back-to-back. Oh, she did. I'm sorry. That was only a 2-round tournament. The weather vanes, I forgot, were 2 rounds. Or at least that one was. So Patty Berg has just won back-to-back. Okay, Chicago weather vane at Sunset Ridge. Here we go. We have 7 golfers this time. All right, Alice Bauer's in 7th place with a 6 over 77. In 6th place with a 5 over 76 is Patty Berg, looking to be a three-peat winner, but I don't know. It's going to be tough at this point. In 5th place, Marilyn Smith with a 4 over 75. Tied for 3rd with 3 over 74s are Betty Jamieson and Louise Suggs. And in 2nd place with an even par 71 is Marlene Haggy. And in 1st place with a 5 under 66 is Babe Zacharias with another eagle. All right, round 2. See, at only 2 rounds, those go by so fast. Babe Zacharias wins. Alice Bauer with a 1 under 70. We're just going to rapid fire through here. Marlene Haggy with a 4 over 75. Betty Jamieson with an even par 71. Looking for eagles and hole-in-one here. Patty Berg with a 2 under 69, but not enough. Louise Suggs with a 2 under 69. Another eagle for her. Marilyn Smith with a 7 under 64 with an eagle. Impressive. And then Babe Zacharias with a 1 over 72. But Babe has won. All right, so we'll do one more. The Cleveland weather vane at the Lakewood, Ohio Country Course. Here we go. All right. Peggy Kirk in 7th place with a 6 over 77. Babe Zacharias in 6th place with a 3 over 74. Another eagle, though. She's racking up the eagles. Marlene Haggy with a 1 over 72. She does this a lot. Betty Jamieson and Patty Berg with even par 71s. Patty Berg. No eagles. Betty Jamieson. Interesting. Birdie, bogey. Birdie, bogey. In 2nd place with a 3 under 68 is Louise Suggs. And in 1st place at 4 under 67 is Alice Bauer. Okay, round 2. All right, Luis Suggs holds on to win. Marlene Haggy with a 2 over 73. In 5th place, 2 overs, we have Alice Bauer, who disappeared, had a 6 over 77. And then Peggy Kirk, who had a 4 under 67. So they had different paths to the plus twos. Betty Jamieson with a 1 over 72. Tied for second. At 2 unders, we have Patty Berg with a 2 under 69. Ooh, the triple bogey really cost her since she only lost by 1. And Babe Zacharias with a 5 under 66, round of the tournament. Another eagle. And then the winner with an even par 71 and 3 under total is Luis Suggs. So there you go. The first 5 events of the LPGA. We've had a back-to-back winner, and then overall 3 winners. So let me know what you think of the LPGA. And I forgot when I set this up, because I set this up a long time ago, that the weather vanes were only 2. Some of them are only 2 rounds. So I guess, I don't know. I don't know why, but all right. I'll see you next time with something else.